channel, everybody. Today is the morning after a very long day at Ford Power Live. If you did make it there and I saw you, thank you so much for coming to say hello and chatting about cars. It was one of those events where there was tons of content and things to do and things to see. Thank you to every single person that came over. It was such a cool event, and sometimes especially on YouTube, you see the numbers, you see the interactions. Yes, that's, you know, one of the things to do with this whole YouTube thing, but going to a show and actually seeing people makes it for me, because then we get to chat about stuff. A lot of people were interested in the 300C, which is pretty hilarious because I thought a lot of people wouldn't be interested in this car. As we start her up, yeah, I thought a lot of people wouldn't be interested in this car, but hundreds of people come over and said, mate, I'm loving the 300C build, so that is awesome news. I'd also like to announce that FYD Apparel, the website, is back and it's live. We did tons of changes, modifications to the website, took a few items off, put a few items back on, but that is live. Link is in the description. It supports the channel massively, and tons of stuff coming with FYD. I have a few really interesting designs going live in the next couple of months. I'll of course show you all of that on the channel, and as usual, as you can see, it is it's raining in the UK. What a surprise. It's actually quite funny because every time I go from car to car, especially in this one, the steering wheel is so big in these 300Cs, it literally feels like you're driving a boat, especially when you go from car to car. If you jump in, like, say this Honda Civic Type R in front, if you got in that and then did a drive and then jumped in this, it literally feels like you're a captain and this is the ship's wheel. Videos and pictures will never do it justice, but yeah, it's huge. Right, so the earphones are going to come back out because we are back down at the garage. They have a new revision for the ST you guys saw in probably one of the last videos. The revisions have come back over the weekend, and they're claiming we're going to get some really big power gains today from this ST. Now, if you haven't watched the videos, this has got an RS engine in it with a Sabre turbo. The Sabre have been back and forwards with the guys at the garage. Yeah, we're going to go in, run the car up on what I believe to be the 6th revision, see what power we can get out of this thing. Hide now the camera comes out, what a surprise. You're right, mate. You did some revisions. What is happening here? Just my trousers, isn't it?
Everybody loves their pockets being in their armpits.
Yeah, because the two. What is happening here? Simon Cowell look.
You've got long legs.
Yeah, it does. You are like real nice legs
like
there,
a
mate.
Spider.
Like a spider. Like a spider.
Give you a frog eye.
See your package in there, all right. Why are you cross-eyed? You cross-eyed? What? Cross-eyed? You're right. Your trousers are right now. What revision are you on? Just so everyone knows.
7.
7. Number 7. I did just say number 6, but it's number 7. Exciting.
Obsessed with me.
I'm obsessed. We're all obsessed. So yeah.
I'm obsessed with me.
What? Very loud. Oh, you're blurry, sorry. Oh, there we go.
I look better when I'm blurry.
Right, we'll come in. George, talk to us. Revision 8? 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Where were we last time in the last video? I think we're like 450, 460, maybe 470 at a push. But that was only at like 80%.
It has been all of those numbers.
It's been pretty much from all the way from 3 to like 4 mid-4s.
Yes, I think the first base map was 4 something. I couldn't know.
4. We're 4s. We're in the 4s. But I think we left it in a revision 3 or 4 with
put all of the graphs up on the screen.
Yeah,
It looked like an absolute mess.
Yeah, it's like this. But we're far down the road now on this. So we're going to go to the graph for everyone out there that wants to see graphs and stuff, and explain that number for a start. Because again, Sabre 550 turbo.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
500.
500
550.
with RS engine, everything. Go back to the previous video.
750cc injectors.
750cc injectors.
Monsoon intake. Silicone hoses.
Yeah.
Intercooler.
Just the
exhaust system.
like
all the,
basic RS stuff.
basically all the stuff that everybody has fitted to these already anyway.
Yeah. With power gains like that.
And a torque curve like that.
Oh yeah. Look,
That is a diesel torque curve. That isn't even.
that's up there.
That's good going.
This curve, this low RPM that's strong.
Yeah.
That's some strong numbers. So 505.7 brake horsepower. That's, mate, you've got to be impressed with that. That's ridiculous.
The most it's ran was 507.
507.
507, but it ran less.
It's sort of, I'm not going to say it's humid today, but it's like slightly more humid than I thought it was going to be, if I'm quite honest. Oh yeah, we'll go back through. Oh, look at all the revisions and stuff you've done here. Many. 505, 503, that was 400. This is showing, though, more than anything, the level of increase we're seeing. So like here, increase here, increase here, increases all the way here. You can see where like the modifications in the mapping have been made and how much you've been able to bring this curve up. Like the one we just done there, that red line, that's such a big curve and so much earlier in the rev versus the ones you've previously been doing. So that's where this is where you're really going to feel it on the road, isn't it? This part, more than anything, the surge of boost and the power and the torque.
I'll have to find it.
You'll have to find it, but
You can see the progression in power up through.
that's quite good you've done that, actually, because again, from the graph here especially, you can see so much, even like the longevity of the boost.
You can see early on when it was like 470. Well, it wasn't early on, but when it was about 470, you can see where the torque curve's dropping off, where the boost was dropping off top end.
Yeah.
So then we've tuned the boost top end.
Just going right up, yeah.
Yeah, and we've managed to sustain a.
Well, if we take the blue line
decent
versus the
torque
red
curve.
line, look at this in comparison, and the earlier surge, and then how much more it's actually staying on and how high it's staying. That's really impressive, mate. It's really, really impressive. Even with this 503 versus the 505 we've just done, the power is earlier and stronger.
Yeah, it's a lot earlier. Yeah.
It's so much nicer. You don't have to rev the car like, you know, like a Honda out there, Honda, to actually get the power out of it.
I will find the better graphs as well. I'll just
Yeah.
have to look through.
There is somewhere. I mean, you've done so many, it's not even like you can pull them up straight away. But yeah, them figures say everything with these curves, because that's what it's really down to. Yeah, regardless of numbers and stuff, I think the curves are where it's at, and showing that curve in comparison to what it was like, even at 503. Look at how different that curve is, and how much more drivable power you're going to have.
To be fair, temperature plays a big part as well.
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, when it's like 35 degrees in here,
It's to start dropping.
everything starts dropping.
Yeah. Whereas at the moment, it's okay. I mean, it's a little bit more. It's hotter than I thought it was going to be in here, but.
It's only 19, 20 degrees,
Oh yeah. Okay.
so it's not too bad at the moment.
Yeah. But that's good numbers for that
Yeah.
sort of temperatures.
It's decent.
505 out of what is basically well, it looks like a factory ST. Wouldn't think it's a 500 horsepower ST just by looking at it. Impressive, well done. You're a professional. well, not really. I think I'm not a professional, I'm just a hero, like that. And what a surprise, the heavens have opened, and it is now raining and windy, because this is the UK and you literally can't go 20 minutes without it raining apparently. Healthy numbers from that ST though. I knew that the guys at the garage and at Sable were going to be able to get some serious power out of that thing, but over 500 horsepower in what is basically a stock looking Focus ST is ridiculous. I'd love to see that thing on the road. If it was me, I would love to go sort of, and I think you guys would agree, standard badges, standard silver wheels. It has standard wheels on it, but they're candy red. Although I like the car as a sort of setup as it is, I reckon it would be the ultimate sleeper if that thing was completely standard looking but running, well, what is now over 500 horsepower. It's ridiculous builds like that. I love seeing, you know, track orientated builds. I love seeing proper show cars, but then I also love seeing something that's been built by a couple of mates in their garage, at the garage, so remember, give them a follow, but to that level where it's now running some serious power. And again, like I say in every video, these are my friends. I always support them as much as I can. So if you have an ST, RS, anything like that that you've seen in these couple of videos on this Focus ST, bring it down to the guys at the garage. They've done some fantastic work on this one, and you too could be running over 500 horsepower in your ST if you wanted. But I'm going to get home. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, if you did like me watching the progression of this ST, let me know in the comments below, because I have a few other cars that I've got my eye on that are coming into the garage that we could do very similar content on. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.